Next Level Pro Wrestling fans, it is that time of the year once again. Fayetteville Comic-Con returns to the Crown Coliseum on April 27th and 28th for the two-day extravaganza featuring several of your favorite Next Level Pro Wrestling superstars, from the Next Level Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion Jack the Ripper Tatum, along with the brand new Next Level Pro Wrestling Social Media Champion, The Show, C.J. Evans, along with some of your favorite Lucha Libre superstars, from De Leon X, Paradox, and the Alpha J. Wolf. Also, be sure to check out all the crazy costumes and all the exciting events that you will see this year at Comic-Con. It is a two-day event that is must-see, and you cannot miss it. Be there April 27th and 28th at the Crown Coliseum.
Hello, Next Level Pro Wrestling fans. This is your ring announcer, that guy, Trey Morgan, and we are here with Time to Talk with Trey Morgan. And this week, my guest, Cece Young. Welcome to the show, Cece.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. First, let's get into it. How did you find Next Level Pro Wrestling and 2-6 Pro Wrestling Academy?
Well, so I've been a wrestling fan since I was about 14 or so. It's always kind of been one of those things that I was like, I want to do it. Never quite found the right time, the right place. So I was just finishing up grad school. And I happened to meet one of the guys that trains here, Joseph Everhart. He told me a little bit about the school, told me about the location. He was like, hey, come by, check it out, see what you think. So I did, and I loved it, so I stayed.
So you say Joseph Everhart, the Great Knight, as he calls himself here at Next Level Pro Wrestling, as you say, allegedly. Did you watch wrestling as you were growing up? Did you just find him, or how did that go about?
So my dad watched it when I was little, so it was always kind of around. I wasn't really into it until early teenage years. Started watching just one random Monday night, and Dad had it on TV. Started watching Raw with him, and whatever was happening, I don't exactly remember what's happening. I know it was something to do with John Cena. I was so into it. I was like, all right, I gotta watch next week, and then the rest is history.
So how long have you been here at Next Level Pro Wrestling?
I've been training at 2-6 for a little over 2 years now. I've been wrestling on shows for about a year and a half, a little bit less than a year and a half.
Okay. You've had a few encounters here already. You had a triple threat match back in March at the Rayford National Guard Armory, I believe it was.
No, triple threat was February 71st.
Excuse me, 71st High School. Excuse me. Thank you for the correction. I apologize.
Facts, though.
It was a hard-hitting match. It was against Serena Vale and Riley Rose, if I'm not mistaken on that part. It was a hard-hitting match, but at the end of that match, we had somebody come in and interfere in that match, in Audrey Allen, who is looks like going to be a major player here at Next Level Pro Wrestling.
Well, she came in, she took us all out completely unprompted, and I haven't seen her since. So, still waiting on her to show up so I can get my one-up on her.
Okay, taking your athletic background here at 2-6, does that help you in the ring? Did that give you any kind of advantage in, say people like you mentioned, Riley Rose against a Serena Vale, anything? Does that give you, do you believe that gives you an advantage?
Oh, 100%. I'm a very multifaceted individual. So I played Division I volleyball, got the athleticism down. I have a master's degree, smarts down, and obviously the beauty. So it's all gives me that upper edge over every single one of them.
Okay, so we're going to move a little bit and talk about an event that we have coming up here April 27th and 28th at the Fayetteville Convention Center. It is Fayetteville Comic-Con that we have coming up. And you had your debut at last year's Comic-Con, if I'm not mistaken.
Year before last.
2 years ago, excuse me, once again. So you had your debut match at Comic-Con. So Comic-Con probably means a little bit more to you since you did debut there. And you had your debut match against Hang Time, who is very infamous here at Next Level Pro Wrestling. Let's talk about that for a minute.
Yeah, so I made my debut at Comic-Con in front of like hundreds of people. So like one of the biggest debuts in all of Next Level Pro Wrestling, I'd say, against my trainer in Hang Time. Now, Hang Time, he's taught me a lot, but that night, I was the better woman. So, but let's not mention the big part about that match. Guess who counted my 3 count? Do you know? You probably don't, because you don't have your facts right. Earl Hebner counted my 3 count. And that means that I am the biggest star at Next Level Pro Wrestling, hands down.
So, with Earl Hebner counting the 1, 2, 3, and he's very, very famous, did Earl Hebner possibly screw Hang Time when he counted a 1, 2, 3?
No. See, I had him beat. He cheated, took out the rough, all the Hang Time things that he does. And then Earl Hebner came in and made the save because he's a noble and good person. Oh, and not to mention, after the match, celebrated with Victoria, one of the best female pro wrestlers on the planet.
Absolutely. Hall of Famer herself.
That's right. So, yes, I am very much looking forward to going back to Comic-Con. A lot of nerdy stuff going on. I'm not crazy about that. However, it's always a good time,
And we're coming into Comic-Con on the 27th and 28th. You have somebody that's coming along with you, and your brand new manager, agent, as he calls himself, Johnny Badger.
That's right.
You have in your corner now. So let's talk about Johnny. How did you meet? How did you guys get together?
So it's a beautiful story, really, Trey. I don't think we've really talked about it yet. But again, going back to me being a multifaceted, talented individual, I was spending a Friday night out. I was singing karaoke. I had the crowd in the palm of my hands. And Johnny Badger was there. So after the song, Johnny came up to me and he was just like wowed at my talents. Like, I don't know you. I don't know what you do, but I have to follow you. I have to be with you. That's what he told me.
What song were you singing?
Before He Cheats, Carrie Underwood. It's my go-to. Yeah.
Okay.
I can feel it every time. So he said that. I told him I was a pro wrestler. Perfect. I'm going with you. Great. So now Johnny's my right-hand man. He does everything I ask him to do. He hypes me up. He's my hype man. He's golden.
Very talented.
Johnny helps me realize my potential. Johnny came to me and he said, "You are worth gold. Why are you selling for less?" Back to that change of attitude. Johnny opened my eyes. So yes, he'll be with me at Comic-Con. And we've got some fun things planned.
So let's go a little bit more in depth with Comic-Con, because obviously we're going to have Next Level Pro Wrestling is going to be there. We're going to have matches all weekend on Saturday and Sunday throughout both days there. You have people that's going to be dressed up like comic book characters. You're going to have your Batmans and your anime characters. Is there anybody that you like on a personal level in like the comic book world, or do you not follow that, or?
I don't really follow it. However, I don't want to give away the surprise, but Johnny and I will be participating in the events of Comic-Con. We are dressing up. Now, I love a good time to show off and have a good time. So I don't want to say who or what we're doing. It may be a little anime-based. I knew nothing about it. Someone had to tell me about it. They just said, "Hey, you would look good doing this." So that's where that came from.
So let's talk about the women's division here at Next Level Pro Wrestling. We've spoken about them earlier already. We have Serena Vale.
Mm-hmm.
We have Riley Rose.
Of course.
We have Audrey Allen. And none other than yourself here at Next Level Pro Wrestling in our women's division. And there have been rumors that's been flying around.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure you've heard about the rumors. I'll let you speak upon what the motion's all about.
Yeah, so about time I'm starting to hear that Next Level's going to bring out a women's title for all of the women in the division. And there is zero competition for me because that title is mine. I will take out every single one of them. I deserve that title. I was the first woman wrestling at Next Level Pro Wrestling.
Yeah.
And I will do whatever it takes to get that title. When Johnny Badger calls CC Young championship caliber, it's not just a nickname. It's not just a line for a promo. It's real.
So, your goals here at Next Level Pro Wrestling in the near future would be winning the women's championship here. What are some other goals that you have? Let's just say not in the near future, in the next 6 to 12 months. Let's say, what do you have in the next 2 years, in the next 5 years? What goals do you have accomplishing in the wrestling business itself?
Well, I would love to expand the women's division at Next Level. I mean, there's 4 of us now?
Yep.
So let's make it bigger. Give me more competition. Give me more matches. Give us more. That's a big goal of mine. I want to wrestle out of the country. Wrestle out of the state first, I haven't done that yet. But wrestle out of the country as well. Maybe even take that women's title with me whenever I get it. And just get as much competition, as much experience in this business as I possibly can.
So let's talk about other people, not necessarily here at Next Level Pro Wrestling. Who are some people? Is there somebody that you would like to face, that you would like to have an interaction with in the ring?
Well, the first one that comes to my mind is Audrey Allen. After the little jumping back into 71st, I haven't seen her since. Me and her have never stood toe-to-toe in the ring together. Would love for that to happen. There's girls all over the Carolinas that I would love to bring into Next Level to wrestle here. Mila Johnson, Clara Carter. There's an endless amount of women and talent across these states that I would love to be across from.
So is there somebody that you would like to call out? Like, at this current moment, who is your dream match? Who's the one that, if you knew at this time that you, in May, just to say, if you knew you were stepping in the ring with whoever you could step in the ring?
Give me Audrey Allen. Give her to me. I like your strength. I like your look. I like your hair. I like everything about you. So I need to know that I can take you down. So come on, come back to Next Level. Please, please, girl. I'm begging you. Come back.
Who are some of your inspirations? Because I'm sure you watch wrestling currently now, because we're always studying and watching who the top performers of now, watching and learning and trying to perfect our crafts. Who are some of the ones that you watch currently that inspire you to want to move to the next level?
I mean, there's so much talent out there on TV nowadays. Like, I can't even. Yeah, top one's got to be Dr. Britt Baker. That's my dream one-on-one opponent, for sure. Big fan of Mercedes Monet. Big fan of Becky Lynch, Bailey. All of those girls are phenomenal. I love watching Roxanne Perez down in NXT now. She's awesome. So yeah, endless possibilities. I mean, that's the biggest inspiration of wanting to get to that next level. Is being able to take on these like amazing talents.
Okay, CC, so let's go back as we were talking about earlier at the beginning here and getting your start here at 2-6. You said that Joseph Everhart, that you met him and he showed you into the school. Let's go a little bit deeper into that.
Yeah, so when I first got here, things were a little different than we are now. Devin Worthy was kind of the head trainer for beginners, so he had a big hand in my beginning start here. I used to make drives with Joseph and Curtis Cash. Big influence on the beginning of my career as well. Our first ever Next Level Pro Wrestling champion, by the way. Let's see. There were a couple girls around at the time when I first started training, but here and there, things happened and they kind of dropped off. So then it was just me with all the guys for like a good minute there before Riley Rose came along.
Now we have Hang Time.
Oh, I didn't even mention him. Take that out. He's going to kill me.
I say keep what you just did right there.
He's going to kill me.
No, keep all of that. Keep all of that. Go ahead. Talk to me.
You had Devin Worthy, as you said, was the beginning trainer here, and now it looks like the Hang Time is...
Hang Time's always been, like, the head trainer here. Hang Time's always the top notch here, the top dog here, you know? So Devin kind of helped out with the beginner basics, and then Hang Time is, like, you know, like...
the more advanced.
Yeah, overall kind of encompassing the leader here, if you will.
So let's talk more about Hang Time. Because he's been here. He is the leader here at Next Level Pro Wrestling and the owner. He has a long-standing history here in the wrestling business and in the Carolinas. So let's talk just a little bit about Hang Time.
I mean, what's there to say that hasn't already been said by everyone and him? So, I mean, he's been around the block. He knows so many people in this business. He's brought in multiple people for us to learn from here. He's brought in C.W. Anderson, Colby Carino, Allison Danger's coming in soon. That's going to be so awesome to learn from her. And I mean, he's very influential on my career and my start here at Next Level. So, I mean, the man knows what he's doing. He produces stars, aka me.
So let's talk about the 2-6 Wrestling Academy. It started in a backyard when it was just a ring in a backyard. Now you have the building, the 2-6 level Pro Wrestling Academy.
Mm-hmm.
What makes it about the 2-6 Pro Wrestling Academy that people our wrestlers just drawn?
I mean, we've got some amazing talent in that locker room. I mean, there's so many. Joseph Everhart, CJ Evans, Jack Tatum. It's unmatchable. And then we just have like this, it's a big like family feel here. Like we come hang out for like WrestleMania parties, cookouts, get-togethers. So it's just like, it's like one big very dysfunctional family.
So if you've met little girls at the show and they came up to you and said, Cece, I love you. I want to be just like you. How do I get into the wrestling business? Little girls that might look up to you.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't they look up to me? But anyway, all jokes aside, that is probably my favorite part about being a pro wrestler. All the little girls, they flock to me. They come up to me. Cece, we love you. Cece, we love you. And it's honestly, it's the most amazing feeling in the world. I always usually write on the little posters, follow your dreams, Cece on. Because it's like, that is my biggest goal. I should have mentioned this earlier, but my biggest goal in pro wrestling is to inspire the next generation. I love kids. And so I want to be what other people were to me.
So it doesn't bother you that the kids want to grow up and come into the wrestling business and then eventually challenge you, and have you in the match, which could be their dream.
I mean, that would be, I would love that. I mean, Ace Parlay has a little girl that looks up to me. Oh, I would love to be one-on-one with her someday. That'd be like gold, dream match right there.
See, that's things that can happen.
You hear that, Layla? I'm coming for you, girl.
See, that's things that can happen in Next Level Pro Wrestling. The kids, they come up and watch us now like they watch the people on TV. And what we have here at Next Level Pro Wrestling is the future of the wrestling business. We're all looking to move up, to get those big TV contracts. So that's what kind of message would you give to any kids, not just necessarily little girls, to all the children that want to get into the pro wrestling business?
My biggest thing, I was always, the first step is the hardest one. The hardest step that I made in pro wrestling was getting here on the very first day. Once you can convince yourself to make that very first leap, the rest is easy.
Is there any social media that you have? Because we want to make sure that anybody that wants to follow CC Young, they can find you on social media. What can you plug and put your stuff out there so we can find CC Young?
So I am on multiple platforms. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. All right. CC Young _26. I'm pretty sure is my Instagram and Twitter and TikTok. So easy to find. And then Facebook, just look up CC Young. I'll accept most friend requests. Also, to keep up with me and everything else going on in here, follow Next Level Pro Wrestling pages on Facebook and Instagram. So you can see every cute little promo I put out with my cute little face and whatever all the other stars here are up to, as well as the shows and stuff we got coming up. So you can write it on your calendar. Make sure you're there. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we want to make sure that we check out Next Level Pro Wrestling on YouTube. Next Level Pro Wrestling and 26 Wrestling Academy. You have 26 Wrestling Academy and Next Level Pro Wrestling on Facebook. We have an Instagram as well. Check us out there. Also, we want to check out Time to Talk with Trey Morgan, the podcast that we have that drops every Thursday right here on YouTube. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for showing up and watching the podcast this week. Cece, thank you very much for being here. It was a pleasure having you here this week.
The pleasure's all yours.
And ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for joining us this week at Time to Talk with Trey Morgan. I am Trey Morgan, and we'll see you at our next show.
Do you have dreams of becoming a professional wrestler today? Well, come check out the 26 Wrestling Academy here in Fayetteville, North Carolina. The best training you will ever receive across all of North Carolina to achieve your dreams here today. Follow us at www.nextlevelprowrestling.com, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at 26 Wrestling Academy and NLPW today.